kind of compensation can be recovered in wrongful death cases is something that's quite different than normal personal injury cases. So when you bring a wrongful death action, you are bringing a claim for yourself. You're not bringing a claim on behalf of the deceased family member. You are bringing a claim for your losses that are compensable under a wrongful death claim are those of financial support, emotional support, companionship, any gifts that the decedent would give you on a regular basis. I've had a lot of wrongful death cases where there wasn't the financial support element. So if let's say you're a non-working spouse and your working spouse is killed in an accident, well then you obviously have a very large component of damages with regard to the decedent's loss of earnings. So that's a big economic component. But if, let's say, for instance, in the case I had, where it was a single mother who was only survived by an adult son who was like 40, and the mother didn't contribute financially to the son, but they had a very tight emotional relationship. And so the damages that he recovered were her loss of her companionship, her mentorship, and so more emotional damages. There wasn't any financial loss. It was all an emotional loss. So that's important to know. So if you were very dependent on the person who passed for financial support, those claims are pretty easy to make because you have documentation of what they made and how they supported the family. However, if you don't have that, then you need to have a lot of documentation, which is strange, of your relationship with that person, because those are the damages now you'll be claiming. You'll be claiming, well, my mother and I had such a close relationship, and it's really crazy, but the other side will be like, well, do you have any letters or emails or things like that that show how that relationship was? And so it can get pretty ugly. The other side will dig into how good the relationship was or try and point out things that trouble in the relationships. So it's very important to get a wrongful death attorney on the case as soon as possible so that you can avoid dealing with that sort of thing from the other side.